Good evening, Bahamas. Coming up tonight on our news.
Central and South Abaco Edison Key said he's not concerned by a threat from Dr. Hubert Minnis to resign or face disciplinary action. We've got the details straight ahead on our news.
Loretta Butler Turner breaks her silence on the Free National Movement chaos.
Dr. Dwayne Sands weighs in on the move made by the Seven. That story's coming up straight ahead.
The DNA leader denies he'll be returning to the Free National Movement. That story straight ahead.
The Christmas Village on Arawak Key lights up. Welcome to our news and thanks for joining us. I'm Christina McNeil. Topping news tonight, Central and South Abaco MP Edison Key says he has no intentions of resigning from the Free National Movement. This after F&M leader Dr. Hubert Minnis called on Key and the other F&Ms requesting his removal as opposition leader to voluntarily leave the party or face consequences. Speaking to our news this morning, Key says he's unbothered by Minnis's remarks. Dana Smith has the details in this report.
Key said he's not concerned by a threat from Minnis to resign or face disciplinary action. He explained as far as he's concerned, he did nothing wrong, and he's a card-carrying member of the F&M, so he's not going anywhere. Minnis delivered his ultimatum just hours after Key and 6 other members of the F&M's parliamentary team revealed they sent a letter to the Governor General advising they've lost confidence in Minnis and requesting his removal as opposition leader. At a General Council meeting, Minnis told supporters their action is a slap in the face of the party and a slap in the face of democracy. So, Mr. Key, how do you feel about Dr. Minnis's threat of disciplinary action and calling on you to resign?
Doesn't bother me in the least. I'm going to show you. See that? You see that? I paid for that over 10 years ago. Every year I put money into the branch to pay for my card. I just received that card after 10 years. Look here, I'm a member, I'm a card-carrying member. Who could put me out of the F&M?
With just months left until the next general election, Key charged that people are losing confidence in the F&M. And having already lost the confidence of the majority of his team in the House of Assembly, Key said if anyone needs to resign, it's Minnis. Key suggested that if Minnis was an effective leader, none of this would have happened.
They just had referendums in European countries. And every one of them, the leaders, they lost. What did they do? The honorable thing. Minnis is not the F&M. And Perry Christie is not the PLP. These organizations were there before them almost. And he should do the honorable thing. He should resign because, I mean, if he was working in the way he should be with the members, we'd be there with him.
Key said Minnis is a man who you shouldn't put any confidence in because he will let you down as hard as he can. And although he wishes things could have gone differently, Key said he did what he felt he had to do.
And it didn't do my heart good to have to sign that letter to the Governor General. That wasn't my desire when I joined the F&M.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Dana Smith.
Well, the character at the center of the opposition chaos, Loretta Butler Turner, is breaking her silence on the events that unfolded on the floor of the House of Assembly Wednesday. In a statement addressed to her team members and loved ones, Butler Turner said she has a plan which she will soon elaborate on. The now unofficial opposition leader explained her actions, writing that the majority of the F&M MPs no longer reposed their confidence in the party leader or felt that the F&M was strongly positioned to overthrow and rid the country of the PLP. Speaking directly to her constituents, she said she will not abandon Long Island and you, the people, whom I love very much. Butler Turner encouraged her supporters to keep their chins and heads up and said that together we will continue to fight to rid ourselves of this PLP. She also explained that as unofficial leader of the opposition, she will control all parliamentary and constitutional duties as well as appoint senators. That, she says, is why all senators had to resign because they were appointed by Dr. Hubert Minnis. Meanwhile, she says Dr. Minnis is leader of the F&M party only. Butler Turner yesterday also extended an invitation to all of her supporters to attend her official swearing in at Government House once she is confirmed by the Governor General. Well, we've just learned that swearing in will actually take place Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. at Government House. And former Free National Movement Senator and Loretta Butler Turner running mate Dr. Dwayne Sands says the governing Progressive Liberal Party may be able to learn a lesson or two from the rebel MPs. This as Sands hinted that the opposition may look very different heading into the next general election. Giorgio Bain reports.
Now, while former Free National Movement Senator Dr. Dwayne Sands will not reveal which side of the F&M divide he is on, he does believe that the move made by the Seven will prove to be vital in the party's reorganization. The former F&M senator was tight-lipped on his current alliance, but Dr. Dwayne Sands admits that the move made by the Seven was vital to the party's reorganization and was nothing short of earth-shattering. While many opinions have been given, Dr. Sands, how would you categorize the move made by the Seven in the House of Assembly?
I suspect that the Free National Movement will have significant changes, and the Free National Movement that you see, the opposition that you see, and the opposition forces that you see today are not going to be the entities that you see perhaps 2 or 3 months from now.
While the F&M may appear to be in chaos, Sands says the governing Progressive Liberal Party ought to take a lesson out of their playbook.
I would think that the members on the government side ought to look at this and grow some gonadal fortitude and do what ought to be done with their leader.
Sands says he does not believe the 7 MPs should resign. Rather, they should let the party's tribunal run its course.
The leader of the Free National Movement has said that he wishes to see a particular outcome. There is a process. It's specified in Section 52 of the Free National Movement's Constitution. We will adhere to that to the letter of the law.
Reporting for our news, I'm Giorgio Bain.
Meanwhile, Democratic National Alliance leader Branville McCartney is weighing in on the latest Free National Movement drama, insisting that public feuding is nothing new and has been going on behind closed doors for years. McCartney today also shooting down suggestions that he should return to the party he left in 2011. Jasmine Brown reports. Jasmine?
That's right, Christina. McCartney says there is absolutely no way he'll be returning to the Free National Movement, as he says the drama that's unfolding is the reason he left the party in the first place.
I'm not going back to no F&M. I've said that from day one. I left the F&M. I left the F&M for the same problems they're having today. Almost 7 years ago, and they say things work in 7-year cycles, and it's manifesting itself now.
On Thursday, former Deputy Prime Minister Brent Simonette suggested McCartney should come together with the F&M, but McCartney says as far as he is concerned, the F&M is a weakened party.
The F&M has to get their act together. The F&M they are very splintered. I think they need to fix themselves. Before they can talk or do anything, before they can put themselves up as a viable party.
As for whether he believed those 7 MPs should have written that letter to the Governor General, McCartney says they were in their right to do so.
The 7 members exercised a constitutional right. So what they did, I wouldn't say it was wrong. They had a right to do it, and they exercised that right. That is their business. That is something that they have to resolve or move on.
McCartney went on to say the latest F&M controversy is simply a distraction from the bigger issues plaguing the country.
And we cannot allow the distraction of the F&M and their problems to cause the PLP to get away with what they're doing. We need to be focused. We're in the DNA, we're focused.
McCartney says as the F&M tries to get its act together, the DNA will be moving forward by continuing to name candidates and preparing itself for the next general election. Reporting for our news, I'm Jasmine Brown. Back to you, Christina.
Thanks, Jasmine. Still to come on our news. Will the opposition chaos affect voters in the upcoming election? $20,000 goes toward the Bahamas AIDS Foundation's after-school program, and we take a look at the first week of the Christmas Village at Arawak Key. That's coming up when our news returns.